Dama makashi, nani wakashi ya lingi?
No, gwebe da nina
sinagana nga tugenda kuki tugenda ku TikTok. Fiko genda kundekera essimu
naye bantu beri etya
kyesimanyi. Ladies and gentlemen that are watching us, you're live on MUBS TV. My name is Mugabe Godwin, the host Campus Politics, and we are here to bring you live updates from the streets of Makerere University Business School. We're having the MVULE Guild Presidential Climate Change Debate, where we have 3 candidates that are going to be sharing ideas about climate change. We request you that you start sharing this thing so that we can have as more people as possible that are going to be watching us live. Yes, share the link to everybody and let everyone be aware of what is taking place. Masa, we no kwa.
Gao, Segera.
Basajja bagezi bamanyi akazanyo naawe manyi akazanyo etimu ewangulu aye ekiremera mabini kyekyo banyokoze bonna bona tebalina.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to MUBS TV. We are live on streaming live MVULE Generation Guild Presidential Debate that is happening today at ADB. We are live in the streets of ADB, and we are bringing you live updates about what is happening. Apparently, I'm going to take you inside to see what is inside there, because most of the candidates have already arrived and are ready to go inside and start. Yes, you allow me. Thank you. Excuse me. Apparently, this is what is happening in ADB.
Thank you so much for coming early and in large numbers. We are sorry about that. We are sorry about the disorganization. But for matters of clarity, I'll start with. I'll start with the seating arrangement. We all know we are in that political season. It sometimes gets really rowdy. 1, 2, 3 are for the GRC House, members of staff, and the MVULE executive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is for the SEC. 1, 2, 3, 4 are for the non-partisan members in here. When you're here to observe but you don't do it, please. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4 belong to the non-partisans. The people after that are Team Chobe. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back belongs to Team Amanya. 1, 2, 3, 4 belongs to Team Ben Luswat from the Green Camp. And as a precaution, I don't know if our teams were informed, but we're told that they don't allow vuvuzelas in here. Thank you so much. At exactly 43 minutes past 2. Team Amania, please. We did not have the competition of making noise, please. Thank you. A good afternoon to everyone. I will read working as the digital/ICT personnel of the Generation Club for a natural solution. We are here for the second edition of the climate change debate. It is the second time it's happening, and this is where we get the guild aspirants, the guild presidential aspirants, to sit on a table. It was a table, but now it's more like a panel, discuss, engage, and exchange ideas on how their leadership will impact the environment. We all know it's the environment that gets us common. No matter whether you're red, green, yellow, it doesn't matter. It's all about the environment. Please. Thank you. It's all about the environment that gets us in common. We shall have the very simple. There will not be rules, but it will be respect for the other camps. For that, we have clarified that the yellow will sit in this corner, followed by the green, the red, the neutral people, the EC, the staff, and the MUBS executive, and then the DRC house. Please, the noise. By candidate. The candidates will come and take lists. The candidates and the panelists and the moderators come and take their seats up front, and then the debate will start. But guys, let's observe what we call maximum respect for each other. Politics happens, but it goes. We stay. I'm seeing very many friends here. So we should all try to respect that. The fact that we shall happen after politics. What we say and what we do. I am requesting. I know Chimocha, but please don't. So we shall start with, it's a first come, first serve basis. No strings attached. But let's observe the seating arrangement. Please. And the people, EC, the MUBS executive, and the house. Anything, if you don't belong there, please try to find a belonging with all due respect. Let me call candidate by candidate according to their type of arrival. I'll start with. So it's a first, please, let's get in and wait. When you're coming, you take a direction direct to your camp. Turn it up, as a first detail. Are you ready with Julia to get to your camp and settle until you're called out? Thank you. So let's invite your best one. everyone. That was also at Jobe, the JRC to Human Resource here too, and the new bearer. Thank you so much. Up next, and the second person, the person who arrived second was Honorable. It was Honorable Ben Luswata from the Green Party. Last but not least, you came in last, you arrived last, so you come in last. Green, please. All I encourage here is let's have self-respect for all the camps and for each other. Thank you so much. And as you are done, Green, Mr. Chope, help us with your people and our presenters. We are talking about that when you're out. So, lastly, we shall have Honorable Amanya Moses, because he's off your way. DJ. you so much. Since we have all the three candidates in place, Team Amanya, please behave. Thank you so much. It's not, I will repeat this, it's not a noise making competition. Mr. Chope, Honorable Chope. Please, return me at respect to Tara. Standing there and shouting to be seen will change nothing. Okay, it's an event. I beg to pardon, it's Chope. I am very sorry. I come from the central. Thank you so much. So, I'll call our major partners in this. The EC, I'll invite the chairman of the Electoral Commission. There's a saying that says, once a soldier, always a soldier. Who was honorable member of the 2015 House, and Honorable Magazine David Williams. You're so most welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Besides the EC, we have the team from MUBS organization. I'll start with my president to come and take a seat. Okay. Should we just start mentioning name by name to say yes? Let us have the EC chairman come up and at least say hi and introduce some of his people, all of them in presence and in absentia. Let's have a word from Honorable Magazine David Williams by Papa Devi Potter.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm MVULE. This is the Commission of Finance and Electoral Commission. And
Public Relations Officer.
ladies and ladies and gentlemen, you know I have issues with you guys. No! We may miss out the point while we are here. The problem is, you guys should still have the fight. I am telling you this, and I stand on the ground. We leave this, we go for campaigns. This is a debate. There is nothing under the sun that you're doing that we have never done. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to listen. I want us to listen to each other. This is a debate. If your candidate is speaking, you're supporting your candidate, don't provoke anyone. So, we want the message to reach the bone marrow of every student that is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are intellectuals. We are the university. I don't want us to use any other behavior here. So I respect the NRA camp. If anyone is communicating, members, if your candidate is speaking, I expect you to speak well. Honorable Makoba. What I'm going to do, I have seen we may not come to consensus. What we are going to do, I'm going to pick those days that have refused to understand it. And then I'm going to take it out. I am the deciding officer. You told me you're moving out with your candidate. I can make a report and disqualify it. You laugh, continue laughing. But ladies and gentlemen, if I take action, no one will blame you. Because we have talked to each other as intellectuals. So ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, we are out of time. I'm the one who called you here. You never called yourself Nyagale. This program, we are the ones who put it there, and we are the ones who direct you what to do. So dear ladies and gentlemen, I want us to put ourselves right. We have come here for a common agenda. If your candidates, if you want to cheer your candidates, cheer them in a good way, in the right manner. If we fail to mark,
This thing is live.
We need to hear your candidates clearly. What am I using to understand? What are you speaking of? Get experience and so here is a gentleman. I already spoke to your candidates. This is a debate in partnership with the MVULE generation. So I expect you to do one thing. If you want to cheer your candidates, you go to cheer them. Because I'm a student like you. I've never campaigned like you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop that what you're doing. Showing each other that you can manage the NRM and the noon. Stop that, man. If you're cheering your candidate, cheer them, no problem. But in time where these people are communicating, listen to them. Because these things are live stream, a lot of people are seeing them come to them. So without wasting time, I don't always tell you for those who have been close to me. Me, my case, I want to feel so bad. My anger and appetite is intimidating. Every single day I come up with new ideas and vision. And the people around me say, slow down, stop. I guess you're doing too much. But only those that see the invisible can take the possible. You have to be able to see what doesn't exist in order to pull off or achieve what most people's minds seems to be impossible. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, as you're aspiring to be leaders, as aspiring to be the president of this mind institution, I want you to begin with this. I want to convoke it. I want us to have organized sound. I want us to have organized noise. If someone makes something funny, let's jubilate. Let's give what and listen to the candidates. I think I'm good. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate. Thank you for coming. This debate is going to be taken forward by the MVULE. We are going to listen to your candidates. We are going to see who is. We have two debates. We have today's debate, and we have another debate on Thursday. According to the roadmap, we brought that roadmap on Thursday. This will be we have the cultural gala. And some of your presidents want to participate in the cultural gala, which is okay. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, I conclude because concluding I must. The reason why we came here is to communicate with each other. Not to campaign. It is a debate. For those who know English, this is a debate. Yes. Where my candidates compete. For the students' candidate to see who is the best candidate fit for purpose. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, as you jubilate, allow your candidate to speak. Allow your candidate to articulate what is clear. And I have always promised when you get home, you knows me the whole. So, in order to go to conclusion, allow me to say,
Thank you so much, the EC. He represented them. You can take back your seats. At this moment of time, let the first session of the debate start. I'll hand over to the first moderator.
Thank you so much. Between the time I entered this place and now, I've not had a chance to see us pray. I don't know whether we had an opening prayer. But for purposes of putting this program in God's hands, if there is any Muslim who grace us with a simple prayer. Any Muslim? We would appreciate that.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the MVULE generation guild presidential debate. You allow me, I'm going to take a small break, then I'll come back and bring you the live updates. Not forgetting that, please share the link, share to everyone, so that we can we can know what is taking place and let everyone be aware. Yes, I'll soon get back to you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I'm taking you back to the debate. Yes, not forgetting that we have three candidates in this race, Honorable Amanya Moses from NRM, Honorable Chopre Stewart from NUP, Honorable Ben from UID. Yes, thank you so much.
I would like to request my other panelists to introduce ourselves. Sorry, moderator and panel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Leon and Jamaica, and I will be one of the moderators today. I hope you will be allowed.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before I introduce myself, a disclaimer. Today I'm here to moderate, please. So I'm kindly requesting that we follow the rules. Yes, my name is Benia Charity Kevin, and today I'm here as a moderator. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Benia. Ladies and gentlemen of Macquarie University Business School, the Electoral Commission, MVULE Generation, and other guests invited in this place, and all other stakeholders, you are most welcome. Today is the climate change debate, and I think it's the second of a kind. The first one was in the previous guild election, in which one of the moderators today was a candidate. And it is because of that reason and the experience of being a candidate, it's one of the qualities that were looked into to see that we have as a moderator today. However, I would like to assert that the disclaimer that has been put forward by moderator Linnea Charity is factual, and we intend to follow exactly that. Each one of us in this place is here to engage the candidates on climate change debate. For those of us who don't know, climate change is one of the greatest crises that is going on globally. And if we do not tackle it as soon as possible, we have a very little chance of our grandchildren enjoying the good atmosphere we are having. If in our early 20s we are already complaining of the heat, what about in the next 30 years? How will you project it to be? So today, engaging the young leaders, especially institutionally, it is simply to start a movement or awaken a movement or a spirit that is going to do everything in its power to see that climate is one of the things that is handled actively. This debate that we are having today is going to be in different topics. But before I go to the topics, at least I would like to use this opportunity and welcome our candidates to take their podiums, because they are the people that are the panelists. It is their knowledge that we are about to take on. And as I get right there, with no particular order, I would like to, I had requested for the profiles of all candidates. I would really want to speak about these mighty men in a more elaborated manner. Unfortunately, I think time caught up and I didn't get them. So I'm simply going to stick with the names, because anyway, it is their names that were nominated. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome candidate Luswata Benedict. Same spirit, let's put our hands together and welcome candidate Stuart Chopre. put our hands together for candidate Amanya Moses. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have our candidates right here, among the choices we ought to make in the next couple of days is the choice of our voice as students of Makerere University Business School. And since your candidate that you support, the one you've accompanied, is your ideal voice when it comes to leadership, please let them be the voice even in here. I know my colleagues who are having vuvuzelas would like to put them at use, but I'm kindly requesting, for the sake of getting to hear the intellect of these mighty men, we suspend the use of vuvuzelas. And on the same note, let us be respectful when responses are being given by our candidates. And I know you can try to do that. And let's also let the candidates speak, okay? We are going to be having breaks in the middle. Let's not over-engage the candidates physically. Thank you so much. At this point in time, the first thing I'm going to do before we kick on with the debate, each candidate is going to be given strictly 2 minutes. And these 2 minutes are strictly going to be for them to just say a word about climate change and their feel about climate change. I'm about to ask someone at the entrance to make sure this is not happening. This should stop happening. I really want to stay with the candidates and their attention on full board. Let me have the microphone. Do you have microphones there? I think this is it. In exactly 2 minutes, candidate Ruswata Ben, introduce yourself and also introduce climate change in how you make sense of it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Daddy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Daddy.
I will be precise right because the topic of the day is non-partisan. We are here to understand climate change, and I will be the first person to speak. My name is Benedict Ruswata Selko, an environmental conservative. I'm conservative right from the head, and I want to tell you, we have a job to do. It begins with the personal choice you make from the time you wake up till the time you reach at school. Benedict Ruswata is my name, and I am a course leader, procurement year 2. I'm a procurement student. I'm a procurement student and supply chain management. I have been here. I have been here as a speaker of Makerere University Procurement Association. Climate change is a duty for each and every individual. It is a personal choice that each and every candidate of you has to make. It begins from the water you take and how you dispose what you use. We have the container and the content in it. How you use the container after you've consumed the content is an important issue. How you prepare your food at home is an important issue. How you use the resources you have in your realm is an important issue. How you use the books that you buy is an important issue. How you dispose your waste is an important issue. Thank you so much.
Coming Stewart.
Well, good afternoon to everyone. Stewart Chiobre is my name. I am a student and pursuing bachelor's in human resource management here too. The 25th and 26th DRC in the 27th and 26th year. A current YCS Secretary General State Charles Lomba Catholic Community. A former speaker, Mr. Speaker, Ladies and gentlemen, here we are today. I've been given a importance to talk about climate change. Well, it all starts with you and me, how we react to the environment. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to talk about climate change in a simple term. Well, we have industries, and these industries have disposable waste that they do dispose in lakes and the rest, and how we reuse them. And so if you're talking about climate change, it's the way how man react to the environment, the activities, the deforestation, according to UN and World Meteorological.
I would like to echo some words. I don't want anyone engaging my candidates here. If one of the EC members can just keep close there. We shall have a break. If you want to talk to the candidate, you're disrupting them. Okay? Candidate Amanda Moses, you have 2 minutes.
A nation that destroys its nature, destroys itself. My name is Moses Amanya. I do Bachelor's of International Business here too. I want to observe all protocols around. It's a pleasure that I'm going to discuss this very important topic that I've been passionate about for a long time. I want to bring to your attention that when we talk about climate change, we look at how nature, the weather, everything that makes up the climate has been evolving year by year. And I want to tell you that before we discuss what has impacted the climate change, we must know that the weather we have today, the climate we have today, is not the climate we had 100 years back. So we are saying I'm going to comment about a few things that have happened in climate change. When you check out about global warming, has become a topic of the day everywhere. Some of the things that have brought this, we are cutting down trees, we are poorly disposing of different materials like the paper bags we use. And these are the things that have really caused damage to the environment, the issues concerning emissions of the gases to the atmosphere that have brought air pollution. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
I would like to move straight to the first question. But before I get to the next question, candidates, you have a huge obligation of telling your people. With this, you don't have to move. If you really have control of your people, you can look at them and simply signal them. so that we can move forward harmoniously. And the other thing is, please try to keep time so that you can answer the questions straight away. My first question, this one is. My first question is going to start with candidate Amanya Moses, and it's going to be answered by all candidates. Before I actually go to that, I'm sorry, there are two areas we're going to be questioning you in. One of them is waste management. The other is air quality, the one you can term as pollution. I've heard all of you mention it in your opening lines. Thirdly is leadership and the environment. And the first question is coming from waste management. It's going for all candidates. All of them need to respond to it in the shortest time possible. What is waste management? Candidate Amanya Moses.
Yes. Waste management is the way how we get the waste, transport it, and how you dispose it, or how you reuse it. That's waste management.
Thank you so much.
As you all know, just answer like that.
You still want to conclude?
Yes, I wanted to add something.
Please do.
Waste management is something, waste management, as I told you, the process up to when you either dispose or reuse. And I want to bring this to your attention, that this process is what details all the process of waste management, from how you get that waste. Let's say maybe you've been using, I'm quoting a Kavera or a paper bag. How you get it after buying this, the items you have used it to carry, up to when you throw it away and you're like, I no longer need it. You either dispose it, reuse it, or recycle it. You understand?
Let's move the microphone to candidate Choco. What do you make of the question about waste management? How would you describe it?
Well, waste management, before I go into the definition, waste management allow me to inform you that it happens at 3 stages. It happens at an individual level, it happens at group level, and an organization level. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, waste management is a streamlined process of how organizations, individuals, and groups manage, reuse and dispose waste to various places in better ways to benefit the environment.
Thank you so much. Candidate Wastewater. What is waste management?
Waste management refers how it is reused, how it is recycled, and all those stages require an important stage in each and everything that you do on the waste. How you dispose that waste matters, because you are required to segregate that waste. It is difficult to recycle waste that you have not segregated. Segregate the waste, recycle the recyclable. Now, we have organic waste. We have a number of waste types. We have types of waste. We have organic waste. We have types of waste. We have organic waste, plastic waste, and each and every this waste that we use requires us to dispose it in a different way that is possible for us to reduce this waste. The most important practical waste management in this space is never to generate waste in the first place. How can we have procedures? How can we have concepts and ideas that do not allow us to create waste in the first place? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was the question for all of you. It was a question for all of you. Now each one of us is going to take a question, but I would like to give you a tip. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the question. Okay? When I say what is waste management, I didn't ask for the process, I didn't ask for the business. So I would like us to relax. I understand the anxiety, I can relate, but let's relax, okay? And this is how it's going to be done for the sake of neutrality. We are 3 moderators. The first line of questions is going to be asked by myself. The second one will be asked by Leona. The other will be asked by Lenia. Question number 1, going straight to candidate Ruswata. Why is waste management important? And what is the impact on the MUBS community? Again, why is waste management important? And what is its impact on the MUBS community?
Waste management is important in the MUBS community. For the first, I would say, we all desire a healthful environment to live in. If we fail to control our waste in the society, we are prone to invite a lot of diseases in the community. If we do not have waste management in MUBS community, we are the first people to pollute the environment. We are the first people to disorganize the climate that we talk about. Waste management is important for us all because we desire to live in a safe environment. We desire to have harmony in the air that we breathe. We desire to be the living example to tell others about waste management. We are helped in this way. When we do waste management, we are pioneers to other people. We are leading by example to the whole society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Candidate Chopra. Yes, listen. Proper management of waste is important for building sustainable cities, but it remains a challenge for many developing countries and cities. What are the common barriers to implementing waste management? Thank you. Proper. You can see clearly the people. Proper management of waste is important for building sustainable and livable cities, but it remains a challenge for many developing countries and cities. What are the common barriers to implementing of waste management programs?
Thank you. If you talk of barriers, first of all, understand what barrier is. Barriers, these are optics that restrict someone from achieving a certain goal. When you talk of the barriers that make it hard to achieve a healthy environment, ladies and gentlemen, if you talk of barriers, we have quite numerous barriers. One, we have financial constraints, financial challenges. We have clubs that moves, we have environment clubs that moves, that they will need to advocate for this climate change. But trust me, they are financially down. And so number 1 barrier is being financial problem. And why? Well, we have the second one of the barriers, we have poor coordination amongst our team, poor unity, which makes it hard to coordinate and collaborate for a further and efficient, effective way of doing it. There are quite numerous barriers that we talk of. I talk of financial, I talk of coordination, and as well, we talk of what's called, Mr. Moderator, there are quite numerous barriers that we have talked of, but allow me to proceed. Well, some of the barriers that we talk of, we have the effect of the weather climate. That makes it the on and off dry season and rainy season. You cannot expect during rainy season for you to tackle effectively what you are intended to do. And so the on and off climate changes also make it hard, becomes one of the barriers as to why implementing some of these barriers. Well, I've given it to me and allow me to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Later, I'll be following up on much of the answers that you're responding to. As we move to candidate Amani Moses, have the microphone, please. Moses.
Yes, sir.
In what way can MUBS control waste management? In what way can MUBS control waste management?
In the first place, MUBS as an institution, it has the administration, it has leaders, as we are coming into leadership, as the people to represent the students' fraternity. They have the mandate and the capacity to come up with policies that are going to be followed by these students. If it is to sensitize them, they do that. If it is to implement and bring materials on ground, let's say dustbins for people not to just dispose the used maybe paper bags anyhowly, then they do that. That's number one. That's the first way of controlling waste management. Another thing, we talked about awareness. We go to classes, class by class, we tell them the effects, the challenges of poorly disposing these materials that can affect our environment. Another thing is collaboration. As we have come here today, me as Amanya Moses, I have fully and openly collaborated with MVULE Generation to see that we can keep our environment okay and we can make it change time by time. So collaboration is another point, that if we keep collaborating with these entities like NEMA, we bring these people on board so that we can control the waste, and we can promote waste management. Those are 3 points. Maybe another thing is to bring people on board, let's say the government, to make collabs. We sensitize these people on how to manage their waste. Thank you so much. Over back to you.
Thank you so much. Again, I would like to. I made a request, friends. I made a request. It was a request, okay? Don't excite yourself too much. Let's enjoy this. Like I mentioned, this is a global crisis, and many of you voters seated right here are taking notes actually. People are trying to pick lessons from these things, so I pray that we can try to harmonize. Do not get out of hand, okay? Your leaders are right here and very safe, and everything is going to move accordingly. I would like to give the next line of question to my partner, Leona, to ask.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my voice has issues, so I'll kindly ask the audience to be polite enough to our candidates and to ask the moderators, right? So we're going to go on a random. I think Amanya Moses has been the first to and so has Benedict Buswata. So if I can take this honor to let Stuart Chopren be the first one on this. I hope I pronounced it right. So the question is going to come to, what are the current policies on waste management in MUBS?
Well, thank you, Madam Moderator. There are quite adequate policies that are being enacted, that are being implemented to make sure we have waste management. We have dustbin all over campus, all over environment, to manage the throw of barriers around and the disposable uses, that things that we use to buy. We have dustbins around that help us to embark on that to implement our effective policy. Well, secondly, we have MUBS generation. We have MUBS generation that helps us to sensitize to the masters, to the student fraternity, through informative posters, through engaging the administration. Those are some of the policies that are put in place to enable waste management here and
Thank you so much for such policies. Just for clarification, you talked about MUBS generation and you talked about dustbins around school. What's the state of dustbins and have they been put in use? And what policies or initiatives have you seen for MUBS generation that have helped on waste management?
Well, we have dustbins around school, all over campus. You do use those dustbins. Those dustbins are ever full and ever convenient. Well, MVULE generation has been in existence since last year, if I'm not mistaken. And so they have come up with paper bags. I remember MVULE generation coming up with paper bags to make sure the management of caveras, to limit the use of caveras and put paper bags in place. To also enable
Thank you so much. So to the next question that is going to go to Mr. Manya Moses. How can we best deal with waste disposal in MUBS?
The best of the best solutions is, as they mentioned, what we can do to manage the waste is by making sure they are properly disposed. That's number one. How do we do this? We need dustbins in place that are all over. But when you look at the campus, the current situation is they are scarce, they are in a few places, and those ones that are available, they are damaged and they are not in a good state. So another thing, as we said, how to curb waste, like how to deal with waste management, how can we handle it well? Another way is, we said we can sensitize people, they know the right thing. You might find somebody after using a bottle of water like this, he just throws it away there. You understand? Then another thing is to bring other, there's what we call green technology. Green technology involves, among others, use of incinerators. We can dig these pits, put all the stuff there, and burn it to ashes, instead of leaving things scattered here and there. So we can adopt green technology. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just to you talked about sensitization. Okay, just to ask, you talked about sensitization and an assumption that this is your audience you want to sensitize. In 30 seconds, sensitize us why we should trust you to properly dispose our waste.
Thank you so much. Dear friends, my supporters, as your next guild president, I want to tell you that whatever we are doing as far as waste management is concerned will challenge us in the coming years. I call upon each and every person here. Kindly follow the guidelines, dispose properly the wasted materials. If you find a dustbin, put it there. Let it be everyone who's concerned that this thing can really help us in the coming future. Thank you so much.
You are now, so we're going to go to Ms. Benedict. Dustbins in place, and for a record we've had these policies known to us. So what criteria can we put in place to monitor waste reduction in MUBS?
Thank you very much. As the Green Camp, we intend to have green spaces. Those green spaces will, at one point, monitor the situation of waste management. The other point is we shall have green ambassadors in collaboration with MUBS generation. We shall have green ambassadors, and these ambassadors will, at any one point, monitor and tell the situation of waste management. The other issue is up, we have the Green Wednesday. The Green Wednesday is here to emphasize and tell each and everybody about waste management for the sake of the Makere University.
Just to understand how you monitor your waste, it's one thing to monitor, another thing to have results.
We have a legacy of working together. We have a legacy of collaborating with people. As my statement goes, we are navigating ideas to steer tomorrow's progress. We are not forcing these rules to these individuals. One writer said that the reason why people rebel is because they don't understand why you tell them to do what they do. So, making the point that this information goes exactly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lena. Without wasting any time, allow me to welcome moderator Linnea and Cherry together.
This question goes to His Excellency Honorable Amanya Moses. What is waste segregation, and can it be deployed in MUBS? This is the separation of wet waste and dry waste, i.e. organic plastic. Can I repeat the question again? What is waste segregation, and can it be deployed in MUBS? So they defined for you waste segregation. It is the separation of wet waste and dry waste, i.e. organic paper and plastic. Can this be deployed in MUBS?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. I want to bring this to your attention, members. That has been done before, and it can be implemented here in MUBS. We can separate the wet waste and the dry waste, the plastics from the other kind of waste, because reason being, the plastics don't, they don't. And these are the things that have really damaged our environment. We can always collect them, and we recycle them, and we get new products. As these people raise, you see them collect empty bottles all over. It can be implemented. And then we can take the other that can decompose in a different gazetted area where they can be handled, and we have a clean environment.
So let me make a small follow-up. That means that when you become the next guild president, you're going to be able to put this initiative in place.
That's very obvious. That's why I came. And I will make sure, as long as I have the mandate, because I'm the next guild president, I'll make sure I put in place each and everything, and I'll begin with that. Mark my words. Thank you, sir.
Alright, the next question, still on waste management. Can you please maintain silence? Thank you. The next question goes to His Excellency Chopper Stewart. Kindly pass on the microphone, please. Still on waste management. Do you believe that polythene and plastic is harmful to the environment? If so, how best do you think we can handle the issue of the polythene and plastic in MUBS?
Well, first of all, allow me to agree with you that plastic and polythene are harmful to the environment. First of all, polythene does not decay, does not make a soil fertile. As well, plastics. Those are wastes that when thrown anyhowly cannot decompose to contribute to the manure of the soil. And so it does. Well, how we can back with that how the very many ways we can see how they can be. So one, introduction of paper bags around to make sure that polythene and polythene bags are eliminated. They are replaced with paper bags because paper bags decay and they contribute to the nutrients of the fertile soil that can lead manure. It leads manure on the soil. And so, one way is to introduction of paper bags and massive sensitization among students through informative posters, engaging organizations like UN, lobbying for financial assistance, such that these massive sensitization are implemented and the paper bags are put in place to make sure we have free and fair environment conducive for everyone to learn and contribute to the family.
That means that when you become the next guild president, you are going to be able to put this in place. For example, the paper bags, because we've already had them in law.
Well, it depends on the leadership. If it gets a weak leadership, it cannot be implemented. However, me and my government, the 27 guild government, paper bags are put in place for MUBS students to limit the use of polythene bags, so that we have our environment free from paper bags.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Okay, next is Your Excellency, the Swata Benedict. This question goes to you. The West hierarchy, which is the 3 R's, is the bedrock of the most waste minimization strategies. Please define the 3 R's, namely reduce, reuse, and recycle. But kindly define them diverse. Thank you. The West hierarchy, which is the 3 R's, is the bedrock of the most waste minimization strategy. Please define the 3 R's, namely reduce, reuse, and recycle, but define them diverse.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. In the beginning, when I was bringing up my narrative, I said the way we start, in the first place, we should. I request for protection.
Kindly please let the president speak.
In the narrative that we began with, we said in the first place, waste shouldn't even have been created. Make it a point to see that we reduce on the waste. We call that do not generate the waste in the first place. Now, as a mover of a mission, we intend not to have accumulation of waste. When you segregate waste, when you put organic waste separate, when you decomposes, it is reducing. Next, reuse. We have plastics like this. After using the content in it, the container can be reused for something else. For example, there is a bin right at the main building where we have conjoined containers to act as bins. That is a reuse. Now, recycle, there's a point I want to conjoin with His Excellency Omanya. We can collaborate with members outside the society of Makerere University Business School to recycle these plastics. Are you aware that these plastics can be recycled into compact discs that you use in computer? That is the point. So if we can recycle such in Makerere University Business School, it can be an innovation initiative in Makerere University Business School. So make it a point to observe the 3 R's so that we can minimize waste in Makerere University Business School. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
While we come to the end of the first round of questions, especially the first topic on waste management, I would like to do a follow-up on the same question that has just been answered by Ms. Walter Benedict, His Excellency. When you're explaining the part of reducing, you mentioned something about in the first place we shouldn't have waste. In a student context, how can we not have waste?
Thank you. Thank you so much. There is what we call an ideal. We call it a type and an antitype. When I say in the first place we shouldn't have waste, it does not directly mean we won't have waste. Because in a community of very many individuals, like Makerere University Business School, intellectuals, it is by default when we converge, there's going to be waste. So, how can we minimize is the direction that I intend to set in the first place. While we converge, reduce on having waste, but in the first place we shouldn't. Thank you so much.
Well, I would like to pose a question to His Excellency Chopra. The question was, what are the economic benefits? What are the economic benefits for sustainable waste management for businesses?
Well, economic benefit.
You can ask for a pardon so that you don't practice off it.
No, I've got it. No. When we talk of economic benefits, these are how an economy like Uganda, a country like Uganda, benefits from this waste management. Well, Uganda is a country, have various waste management industries around. For example, in Namanga industrial area, Tinda industrial area, there are those waste management industries. And so, after this recycling of these plastics, the government earns a lot of revenue from them. The government is in position to employ numerous employees. The government is in position to employ the majority of its citizens to work in the recycling of this, to work in the waste management industries like in Namanga, like in Tinda. And so we have financial, it contributes financially, the government through revenue, the government will be in position to employ its citizens. Well, and those citizens, their standard of living, the standard of living of those individuals as well increases because they're earning salary from those waste management organizations. And so what they expect the standard of living increase. So there are quite numerous benefits that it contributes to the economic contribution of this country.
Thank you so much. I would like to, before I pose the last question of this to His Excellency Amanya, I would like to applaud you for having the economic sense. That we suspend the use of reservoirs. Okay. The question was, what role does technology have to play in waste management policies? Again, what role does technology have to play in waste management policies?
Thank you so much. The first role of technology in waste management is enabling us to research. We make research on how to get these wastes, how to take them through the process of recycling, just in case we have to recycle. So research is number one as a role of technology. Another point is that we can use technology to create awareness. We can stream live and talk to people. We can send pictures showing people how bad wastes are. And through that, we can educate. A teacher, we can get somebody who can create a video that is very educative, that when somebody looks at it, he or she knows this on a video basis, someone can really follow the process and recycle. That is educative, research, and awareness.
I would like to take this opportunity to
to thank all the candidates for finishing the first line of questions, which is in the topic waste management. Thank you so much. You have been brilliant. We are going to take a break of about 5 minutes. And at this point in time, one or two members wants to speak to the candidates. For those that are authorized by the candidates, you're allowed in this time to come and whether opening water for them, I see it already done. But candidates, you have 5 minutes to take a breath, and then we shall be moving to the next. It's okay, you can even step off the podium if you have to. Let's get back. The break is done. Let's return. Candidate Amanya, please get to your podium. And the first extra candidate is going to answer about 3 questions when it comes to air quality. But we are going to have Leona be the first person to pose us the first questions. You're welcome.
Good afternoon once again. Anyone volunteering to be the first one to take up the questions? Okay. I am going to start with His Excellency Omanya Moses. What is air quality stroke pollution?
Thank you so much. I'm going to define this differently. When we talk about air quality, we look at the degree, the extent at which the air is free from any contamination or pollution. Then air pollution itself is the contamination of the air. I think I can stop there. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll come back with a follow-up question. I'll first go on to His Excellency Stuart Chopper. Is air pollution a local problem or an extensive concern? Explain your answer, please.
Well, air pollution is the way how man misuse the space First of all, we have various content. We have hydrogen, which constitutes 78% of the air. We have carbon dioxide. We have oxygen and various other nitrogen, the nitrogen and the rest. Well, and how the air introduced? Yes, madam? Pardon.
The question is air pollution a local problem or an extensive
Well. Air pollution is an extensive problem. It covers an extensive worldwide. It is not a problem which is in MUBS. It's not a problem which is only in Uganda. It's not a problem which is only in East Africa. It's not a problem which is only in Africa. But it's a problem which is worldwide. And so, it is extensive. It covers a wide part of the world. For example, deforestation and the rest, burning of bushes. Those contribute to the air pollution and the rest of other industries. We have in New Zealand, industrial area, Tina, industrial area, Namabe. Those places, they have industries. These industries use smoke. The smoke contributes to the pollution of the air. And so, it is not a problem which only should be embarked on at MUBS or Uganda at wide or East Africa, but worldwide. And so, in my own opinion, it's an extensive problem that covers 90% worldwide.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to go on to His Excellency Ms. Walter Benedict. What is good air? What is bad air? What are some of the activities that we do that contribute to the bad air quality or air pollution?
Thank you so much. Good air is air that has optimum oxygen for us to breathe. Bad air is air that has a lot of pollutants in it. For example, the nitrogen, the carbon monoxide, the sulfur dioxide, number of them. If those accumulate in the air, those make it bad air. Please follow me.
Next thing,
yes.
What are some of the activities that we do that contribute to bad air quality?
If at your rental or at your hostel, you use a charcoal stove, you are polluting air by the way you start that charcoal stove, by the way you exploit the charcoal stove that you use. Deforestation disorganizes our air. Burning of bush disorganizes our air. Locally, the dining that we have uses timber to cook. When you sit in the dining hall, that procedure only creates bad air where we sit for our food. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think we're going to go for another set of questions. The follow-ups will come on later. Okay, let's go to the second questions. Under air quality or pollution, what causes air pollution? Main sources are industries, traffic, agriculture inputs, as well as energy generation during combustion. So, what causes air pollution? Why is it important to reduce air pollution? Let me start with Benedict, please, His Excellency.
I beg your pardon on the last bit of the question.
Why is it important to reduce air pollution?
It is important to reduce air pollution for a number of reasons. One, in the environment where we intend to represent, Makere University Business School, when you pollute the environment with air pollution, by air pollution, you create an unsafe environment for students to study. I'll give an example. When you are in the dining hall, because it is the major point that we and my team have really realized has extensive air pollution. You sit in the dining hall when you're reading your books, the smoke affects your eyes. Have you realized that? Those members that move along the other areas where most of our students reside, you pass and members are on sticks, smoking. Some of them are not even in the right mind state. So if you pollute the environment like that in such manner, you are affecting the cognitive behavior of each and every individual around. Thank you.
Well, you say we are affecting the cognitive behavior.
Yes.
What are those behaviors you're particularly speaking about, and how does it connect to the pollution?
I want to make a rejoinder on what my brother, His Excellency Stuart, talked about. Pollution is both local and extensive. Locally, I will speak about that because that is what I intend to represent. However, we are grooming students for outside environment. Cognitive behavior, we are talking about the state of mind. How you think, the rate and speed of your thinking can be affected if you inhale poor air.
So, our dear president, that means if I went to a kitchen and I inhaled poor air, I would stop thinking, or my thinking would be just Mr. President.
I request for protection.
Can you please let me finish, Mr. President? I just needed you to tell us how important it is to reduce air pollution. Please, just that.
Why it is important for us to have good air. I didn't say you stop thinking. I request to be quoted. It affects the rate, the speed of your thinking, not stop thinking. So if we reduce air pollution, we are improving individuals' cognitive behavior. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency Benedict, for clarifying that for us. Next, let us go to His Excellency Stuart. What actions will your government take to improve air quality in MUBS?
Well, when you talk of government is me and you, inclusive. It is a participative that concerns the entire citizen. It does not only necessarily cause for the top leaders of the organs of the government to have in place implementation to help us reduce air pollution here at Makerere University Business School. However, as I said at the onset of my speech, that government is me and you. Well, at MUBS level, I think the government has tried its level best through creation of clubs like MVULE Generation in partnership with other organizations to make sure we have everything in place for the students to have a conducive learning environment. Well, furthermore, the MUBS administration or the government has lobbied support, financial assistance from some other organizations like UN. Support should not be only termed as finances, but as also social support, bringing in mentors to come and organize symposium here at ADBs and the rest of the clubs to sensitize, to impact in these MUBS students what is meant to reduce air pollution to the betterment of this MUBS university.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. You have stated that the government is us. That means everybody that is in this room is part of the government. But then, my question is, what will, when this question comes up, people, that means during your tenure, what will you do as a guild president to improve air quality in MUBS? Forget about what the institution has done, but what are those new ideas you're bringing in place to improve air quality in MUBS? That's what we want to hear.
Well, in the 27th guild government that is soon to be announced, and in my government, as the guild president, the next guild president, we shall encourage where to ban these plastics, not around homes. We shall take them somewhere else. By the way, we have where we ban these plastics to reduce the waste pollution, to reduce the air quality, to increase the air quality at home for our students to learn and have effective environment. Well, for some of them, it's by eliminating where we ban, creating spaces, more further spaces where we can recycle these bins, recycle some of these plastics to have a quality air here at Makerere University Business School. Furthermore, in my own government, we shall lobby support not only from the MUBS administration, but from other organizations. We shall lobby support not only financially, but mentors. We shall bring in mentors, CEOs of those organizations that are well expertise in air pollution, in air quality, to come and implement some of these things we talk about. So that students get to know of what you're talking about, they get to know the behavior, the do's and the don'ts to ensure air quality proper and effective for our learning environment.
I hope, dear Mr. President, I hope you're very certain that you will be able to bring these different mentors from the different organizations to come and speak to these people, and I hope that it will impact. Okay, let's go to Your Excellency, dear Amanya Moses. What are some of the activities that we can do to improve? What are some of the activities that we can do to improve our air quality or reduce air pollution?
Thank you so much. The only and only long-term solution is planting trees. Because, as you know, that the only oxygen that leaves the plants goes to the air and purifies it. So if in my government that is coming, we shall make sure that it is each and every person's role and responsibility to plant at least a tree on individual basis, I promise you. Then another activity we are talking about, we can come up with solutions like using solar instead of using firewood to cook. So we shall engage the stakeholders of MUBS, from the people at the cafeteria, the cooks, and the administration. We shall work hand in hand. Solar cookers instead of using firewood that emits gases into the air. We will make sure that we bring.
Thank you so much, Nancy. But then if we are to plant trees all over MUBS may end up becoming a forest. I don't know. You have very... But are you very... the cafeteria?
Thank you so much. Anything is a saying that what man has done, man can do. You know very well that there are people who are using solar to cook, to provide light and all that. I want to tell you, there is nothing that can fail as long as I'm in.
Thank you so much. Let's keep it alive. Candidate Amani.
Yes, sir.
I was fascinated by the part of planting trees.
Yes.
But before I pose these questions, hey friends. I was fascinated when you mentioned planting trees. How do you make sense of planting trees at the same time urbanization is spreading wide?
Thank you so much. As we operate in life, we are two different people, Joseph and Moses. There is something you believe in, there is something I believe in. As I bring my idea to sell it to you that we really need trees, you might look at it in a different angle. So, as you say that urbanization is coming, I want to bring it to your attention that even the people who have adopted urbanization, you find at least they have a flower pot somewhere because they need trees and plants. So what I want to tell you is, whether urbanization is there or it's not there, we must plant trees because it's what is going to serve our coming generation.
Thank you so much. Well, that question was literally to follow up on that part. But I would like to move to the next line of questions, and it will go to all candidates. But for the first time, can I give a chance to who would want to be asked first? Who would want to be asked first? Anyone can take the show. Let me ask Choco first. Choco. What are some of the activities that we can do to improve our air quality? Activities we can do to improve our air quality.
Well, we have quite numerous activities we can put in place to implement a strategy of improving our air quality. One, allow me to talk with my honorable colleague. We can put in place planting of flowers and trees to enable conducive environment and improve air quality. That's one. Well, another activity we can put in place to ensure effective and efficient air quality. We have mass mobilization in which it will impact on the masses. That will ensure that we have free and air quality through mobilization and demonstration, peaceful demonstration to the masses. Not everyone is certain about air quality, because if I'm asked, the statistics of air quality at the moment, according to UN report and World Metropolitan Organization, stands high. And it is a record that between 2015 and 2023, that was the warmest years on record, and air quality has not been the same. And so, if we talk of activities, we have planting of trees, flowers around our environment to ensure that we have smooth and fresh air around our environment.
I love the idea you mentioned earlier in your submission when you mentioned mobilizing masses, peaceful demonstrations. To what cause? Triggered by what? With what intention?
No, intention is not ill intention.
I didn't actually say anything like that.
As I say, that not everyone is certain about the quality of air we have right now. We have quite numerous air in the ground. We have oxygen, we have carbon dioxide, we have sulfuric, we have nitrogen, and the rest. And so, the mobilization or the peaceful demonstration is not to cause chaos around, but to enable the society, the community in which the surrounding, the environment, get to know what air quality means and the impact it has on the entire student fraternity, not only at MUBS, but the outside MUBS and a community.
If my ears serve me well, I think you mean sensitization, not demonstration.
That's what I meant.
Thank you so much. And I would like to move to candidate Benedict. How is air pollution connected to sustainable development of this university, this city, this country, and the world at large?
We have about 7 sustainable development goals, and these connect directly to climate change. SDG 13 is
a climate action sustainable development goal. The intention is here. It starts with you as an individual to push to the entire country or an organization to the country and to the world. Thank you.
I'm going to, for purposes of having a response to this question, because I did get it, I'm going to repeat the question. How is air pollution connected to sustainable development of this university, this city, the country, and the world at large?
The intention of sustainable development for the Cairo University Business School, Professor Johnson, is to have renewable and sustainable activities and resources for the entire institution. How is it important for the university? It creates an environment where each and everybody can guide and move and work and study in a safe environment.
Thank you. In my questioning, I wouldn't want to leave important things undealt with. I was expecting to mention that probably if we have, if the air is not polluted, we would have a much better green environment. Probably that would help us do the cultivation and agriculture. The agricultural sector will benefit massively. And then moving on to tourism, the same thing. So I wouldn't, that's why I asked you, when I asked the question, and this goes all of you, ask for pardon so that you hear the question well, okay? But yet, though, I would like to move on because your time is up. I was only trying to provide that guidance because this is quite important. Thank you so much. The other question goes to Amanya Moses. Moses Amanya. Moses.
Yes, sir.
Why is it important to reduce air pollution?
Why is it important?
To reduce air pollution.
It's very important to reduce air pollution. Number one is to protect our health. Because I want to tell you, from the National State of Environment report, this report is always given like after 2 years. They say, I don't know whether you people have heard about acidic rain. When these fumes are emitted to the atmosphere, the rain that is formed during the rainy season will always be acidic, and this is very dangerous and harmful to our lives. So that's number one. So we can proceed. We said air pollution brings acidic rain that hinders or damages, or it can cause problems to our lives. Another thing, you all know that in Uganda here, we always cultivate during the rainy season. I want to tell you that our agricultural process will always be hindered by this acidic rain, by reducing on the growth rate and the well-being of these plants, which will always do what? Bring hunger and all other disasters.
I want to narrow this question to something that is probably related to by the audience.
Yes.
Why is it important to reduce air pollution in Nakawa? I don't want to say MUBS. I want to say why is it important?
Why is it important to reduce air pollution in Nakawa?
Yeah.
As I told you, I want to resound and re-echo and bring it to your attention that when we reduce air pollution around Nakawa, people will breathe health air, oxygen will be okay. Because I want to tell you that people who live around industrial parks, they don't always inhale that healthy oxygen that they are supposed to be inhaling. And I want to tell you that you have seen people have complications with breathing and their respiratory systems. It's not because they were born like that, but they have been inhaling this kind of air that is damaging their lungs and their respiratory system. So it will help us to be healthy as students of MUBS and Nakawa Tribe. Thank you so much.
I'm still with you. You mentioned industrial parks in your submission. Name for me at least 3 industrial parks we have in Uganda.
We have Nama Industrial Park, Nakawa Industrial Park, we have Jinja Industrial Park.
Okay. Pass the microphone to Choco. In the previous responses that were given, let's have some silence. In the previous question that was given to you, Chopri, by my previous moderator, about which actions will your government take to improve air quality in homes. In relation to that question, would your government consider sensitization of student community on air quality? If so, which platforms and strategies would you use for sensitization?
Well, sensitization covers a wide area. Me and my government, the 27th government, we have very many strategies on which we can implement air quality at home, effective air quality for us to do. Well, we have informative posters. Informative posters, like you are seeing one, if pinned around campus, you are talking about sensitization, and so you are sensitizing the masses. That's student fraternity. I believe if we come up with informative posters all over campus, students are learned. They are learned students. They are learned intellectuals. They know what we mean. And by that, posters around campus will communicate sense to the student fraternity. Furthermore, we shall engage in TV stations. As a guild government, you have a capacity to make any inquiry, any proposal to any TV station already. We are going to use the media as well as going to get engaged in some of these things, the media houses, the TV station, the radio station. As well, we shall not work alone, but we shall engage the administration. We shall engage administration and some other organizations around Uganda, like UN. We have many organizations, some of the
Thank you so much, Chopri. You have extensively answered that question. Please pass the microphone to Benedict. Before we consider moving to the last shift of questions under leadership and the environment, candidate Muswata, with all the views given by candidate Moses and candidate Chopri. Okay, let's have some silence. My brother, if you have a seat next to you, use it. If you don't, move at the back. You're obstructing some people. Yeah, but they move at the back so that you don't obstruct. It's a simple thing, just move to the wall. Candidate Chopri, manage that. Move to the wall. Move to the wall. At least there's a seat just here.